This is going to be a impromptu video response to a couple of notable creators I watched recently in the Pokemon investing, collecting, trading space. One is PokeNE and the other is PokeRev. So PokeRev has millions of followers, very, very notable creator in the space. PokeNE has tens of thousands of subscribers. I want to start with the main pain point, which is the prices of cards, especially Pokemon cards, being absolutely insane. Creators are mad, they're getting defensive, and they're trying to now enact some kind of change. So these three perspectives to consider, I would like for it to really be a matter of you think of your primary focus and then your secondary focus. So first, investor creators, individuals who prioritize investing as their main activity with content creation and marketing as a complementary aspect of their work. Second is collector creators, individuals who focus on collecting as their primary passion and use content creation as a way to share and enjoy their interests with the broader audience. Then finally, creator investors, individuals who emphasize creating high quality content as their main pursuit while also exploring ethical opportunities to generate income through their work. My argument, there will always be tension in the collectible space, whether it's sports card collecting or Pokemon card collecting, because not all of these POVs can be on top at all times. It's this never-ending game of rock, paper, scissors, but with cardboard. PokeRev, his argument, the Pokemon card hobby is in serious trouble. That's his most recent video. Literally by title, it's generated quite a response. Pokemon card collecting and playing is in serious trouble. Prices for modern Pokemon card sets have been exploding, especially Prismatic Evolutions, which is leaving the average collector and enthusiast empty-handed. Hopefully we get back on track and prices for newly released Pokemon card sets come back down so that everyone can enjoy this amazing hobby. How little empathy this argument can actually generate is astounding. It is hypocritical. I think Nightlight Guy, there's any valuable and credible source, commented, and I think it says it all actually. Amazing self-awareness. Alternate title is "The problem I created is ruining the thing I enjoy." On PokeRev's store, there's one box of unopened Yu-Gi-Oh cards that costs $25,000. I don't care what is in that box. It's not worth $25,000. It is a product of someone who is seeking that disadvantage for others, and the fact that some collectors would really want a certain card to complete their set, but because of the rarity factor, you can justify some insane price like $25,000 for an unopened box that at one point I don't even think was $100. I remember getting these kind of boxes really cheap when I was a kid, and so it's just a little gross to really be so upset to a point where you have to try and get some sympathy back. And again, the irony of you creating the problem yourself. Most of his site is also sold out, so I imagine that's frustrating for him. But I would just say the point overall, the Pokemon card hobby and the sports card hobby will always be in trouble. You can't be sour when your perspective isn't valued as much by both of the others to a point where you can continue to reap the rewards of what you do. How I would categorize myself in this channel would be that third perspective, creator investors. I am someone who I'm trying to make content first. I have other YouTube channels that I love to create on as well, and I'm looking for ways to monetize those as well. So there is something that is to be said about your perspective, and does it actually make sense for you to be trying to gain sympathy based on what your intent is? So I don't subscribe to the belief that just because I sell cards as well that I am considered part of the problem. I think the reason why this kind of three perspective approach makes sense is because we're all kind of doing a little bit of the same thing. One thing that stood out to me in PokeNE's video that I'm kind of reacting to now and realizing is, how ultimately not everyone who thinks that they're a sports card investor or even a collector are really that. And I think that's why creator investor is, I think, that third perspective. People who are on the YouTube space, who are in Pokemon card YouTube niches, maybe they do just like to play Pokemon Pocket, for example, for fun. And because there's that opening aspect, they then can get grouped into other channels, other creators who are more directly putting in a lot of money to the investing side, so being the investor creators. But that's just what I think. Let me know what you think, and I'll talk to you soon.